Hello, it's Reija and welcome to another video. Today I am going to be sharing with you the first of my two anticipated releases of 2023 videos. This one being all of my anticipated manga releases for this year. So this is a list of new series that have been licensed and are starting to get published this year. So without further ado, let's get started with these anticipated manga releases. So first up on my list is a series that has already gotten its first volume published as of the timing of this recording, and that is Love the Answer by Uta Isaki. And the first volume of the series was published on January 10th, so it is very fresh. And Is Love the Answer is published by Kodansha, and it is a story about a college student exploring her asexuality, and it is a sort of university student coming of age story. And I am really looking forward to reading this, because you don't really get to see a lot of asexual representation in manga, so I'm very excited for this. Next up on my list is a BL manga that is getting released by Love x Love on February 21st, and that is The Snake Who Loved a Sparrow by Nina Natsuo. And this is basically a BL story about a sparrow who falls in love with a snake who saves his life. So these are anthropomorphized versions of a sparrow and a snake. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be some sort of like spirits or like gods or something, but essentially this is kind of like a take on a prey and predator falling in love. So I'm looking forward to this. This looks like it will have a very cute art style. And on the same publishing day, Viz is publishing Mermaid Scales and the Town of Sand by Yoko Komori, and this is a story about a girl who lives in this town where everyone is sort of skeptical and doesn't believe in the supernatural, even though they host this festival for this like mermaids or this sea god. And the only one who believes in these creatures is the main character of Tokiko, who has been saved by a merman in her youth. So I'm really looking forward to this one. On February 28th, Seven Seas is publishing one of my very most anticipated manga series, which is The Invisible Man and His Soon-to-be Wife by Iwatobi Neko, and this is an office romance with a speculative element, because it is a romance between an invisible man and a blind woman. So obviously the speculative element is the invisible man in the story, and I expect that this will be a cute domestic romance with the gimmick of the man being the male lead being invisible. So yeah, looking forward to this very much. Then on the 21st of March, Viz also is publishing Insomniacs After School by Makoto Ojiro, and this is a slice of life school manga series about these two individuals who kind of find friendship and comfort in each other while they are sort of having an after-school activity for naps, because they are both suffering from insomnia. So I'm really excited for this one as well. On March 28th, Seven Seas is publishing The Valiant Must Fall by Yu Aida, who famously wrote and drew Gunslinger Girl, and this is a historical, alternative historical drama about a samurai turned rebel and a mysterious young woman who claims to be a daughter of an immortal being. So I have really liked Gunslinger Girl. I never actually read the manga, but I watched the anime, and I am looking forward to this series. On 4th of April, Viz is publishing Tista by Tatsuya Endo, which is a short 2-volume manga series, or manga duology, about an assassin who is also a university student. So basically she is a university student who moonlights as an assassin. I'm very much interested to see if this has Your Forger vibes, because in Spy X Family, Your Forger is also an office worker who moonlights as an assassin. So I feel like this is very much gonna be Tatsuya Endo's wheelhouse. So looking forward to seeing how this other series is like. On April 25th, Seven Seas is publishing My Girlfriend's Child by Mamoru Aoi, where two teenagers are coming to grips with the inevitability of having a kid together, and how they will be viewed in society and also how they will be dealing with this newfound role as parents. And this is another subject which I haven't really seen discussed much in manga, especially within manga that has been published like in English. So I'm very much looking forward to reading this and seeing what it is like. Based on the cover art, I'm going to assume that this is like this has like a kind of ethereal, like almost sort of tragic bent to it, but we shall see. On May 16th, Kodansha is publishing The Yakuza's Bias by Teki Yatsuda. And this is a story about a high-ranking Yakuza member who gets dragged into a K-pop concert and becomes obsessed by one of the band members, and then endeavors to become the best fan possible and basically be a fan in only the way a Yakuza member can be. So this is probably going to be a very gaggy, humor-filled like manga, similar to The Way of the House Husband. So I'm very much looking forward to picking this up, especially because I also like K-pop, so I want to see how these kinds of like tropes and fandoms and stuff are portrayed in this series. On June 20th, Wiz is publishing Until I Love Myself by Poppy Pesuyama, which is a memoir, an author memoir based on the lived experiences of the author about exploring a non-binary identity as well as workplace sexual harassment. So I am always looking forward to having and reading more queer stories written by like Japanese artists, because we don't really get to see those, especially like overseas. We don't see those brought to light and discussed as much over here as compared to like all the flashy like shonen titles and stuff. So I am very much looking forward to this, and I'm really excited to be picking this up when it comes out. And then, as of the recording of this video, this title doesn't have a date, but we do know that it is getting published in August. And that is Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher by Tama Mizuki, which is being published in August by Seven Seas. And it is basically a love story between a former delinquent who has become a father and a teacher who teaches this former delinquent's child, and the romance between these two. And I sense that it's gonna be very domestic and cute and fluffy, and I cannot wait. And then 2 honorable mentions, because we do know that these 2 series are getting published this year, or are starting their publication this year, but we don't actually know the dates yet as of the recording of this video. First one being Kitchen of Witch Hat by Hiromi Sato. This is a spin-off from Witch Hat Atelier by Kamome Shirahama, but this is done by a different artist and author, but with the blessing of Kamome Shirahama. So it is kind of like an unofficial spin-off that is not canon to Witch Hat Atelier. But I'm still looking forward to this, because I need me all the Witch Hat Atelier fixes I can get, even if they're done by different artists. And then finally, also coming out this year is Spring Comes Riding in a Carriage by Riichi Yokomitsu.
So, editing and voiceover Reija here to make some corrections about my earlier assumptions. This is in fact not a series, but an illustrated adaptation of a novel by the late Riichi Yokomitsu, who was a modernist Japanese writer. So, apologies for my lack of earlier information, and I stand corrected. I am still very much looking forward to this.
And there you have it. Those are all of the manga series that I am most anticipating this year. Obviously, there are many more, and there are also manga series that are continuing that I'm really excited about, such as Witch Hat Atelier and Delicious in Dungeon and Spy X Family, obviously. But these are all of the new series releases that I'm most excited about currently. So tell me in the comments which of these sounds most interesting to you, and leave me a sun emoji in the comments so that I know that you are here. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye bye!